Hello my friends and welcome to week 2 of Obsessed with Katty and Christy. Here are the papers that we've chosen to work with for this week. That pink chevron, the green sort of marble paper, the one with the paint swatches, the numbers, and that beautiful black and white floral. So these are the papers that we're going to work with. If you guys are not familiar with my series with Christy, Christy, who is Christy's Beautiful Life here on YouTube, and we've been doing it for about 6 months or so. We used another collection previously. We used the Maggie Holmes Open Book Collection, and now we're using the Maggie Holmes Shine Collection. So basically, Christy and I choose a set of papers to work with for each episode, and we have to use those papers on our layout. And of course, we can bring in other things if we wish from that collection or other collections. We're not really strict about that. But the goal is just to use those specific papers on the layout. And then for this series, or with the Maggie Holmes Shine, we both have the 6x6 paper pad, and then we both have a variety of different 12x12 sheets from this collection. So we've just decided that we're going to pick the papers, whether it's 4 or 5 sheets, we're going to pick them from the 6x6 paper pad. And then if we want to use any of the 12x12 sheets of those papers, then we do allow ourselves to use that. So that's why I was kind of debating whether to use the big floral or the small floral. So I decided ultimately to go with a white background. So I just take a piece of white, a cardstock, and then I'm going to start layering my my papers. We're using an inspiration piece this week, which was the layout that you guys saw in the beginning. It's a layout that Christy found on Pinterest. I'm sorry, I don't know who it's by. I wish I did, because it's a gorgeous layout, but I don't. And if by any chance whoever's layout that is watches this video, please let me know that it's your layout, because it's a gorgeous layout and we really were inspired by it. So yeah, I'm just kind of using the vertical format of her layout. So I'm fussy cutting these numbers, and I'm not going to make you guys watch me do that. I will fast forward, and there we go. So I fussy cut the 2016, and I also fussy cut a 30 from that sheet, because that's the age that I am going into 2016. I'm 30. I just turned 30 in November. So basically this is going to be my goals page for the year. And basically I'm not going to put journaling on it. I'm going to hide my journaling behind my layout. But it's just kind of, just to remind myself to follow my goals and just stick to them, because sometimes we tend to just kind of wander off and not finish things or not do things that we wanted to do. So I think it's important to kind of remind yourself. So this is kind of what this is, just like, hey, do what you need to do. So yeah, so that's kind of my little encouraging page for myself. So that's what this is. I knew I wanted to use these florals from this ephemera pack. This is all ephemera from the Maggie Holmes Shine collection. Those flowers, I love those flowers, those leaves. I really love them. So I really wanted to use them. And I was just trying to decide how I was going to use them. And I will move them around a little bit. So I wanted to use that Remember, which is also from the ephemera pack. That's an acetate piece. I wanted to use that as well. So I'm just right now just kind of playing around with the placement of everything and how I want everything to go. So you're going to see me kind of put things on there and move them. And again, it's all from the Maggie Holmes Shine collection. So basically, the picture I'm scrapbooking is just a photo of myself. I actually took this photo on our last vacation. Now in December, we went to several places. We went to first stop was Vegas. We stopped at Vegas for a couple days. Then we went off to the Grand Canyon, which is where this photo was taken. And our last stop was in Utah. So we made 3 stops on our trip. And this one was taken at the Grand Canyon. It's a funny story, and I'll probably tell you guys more about this when I scrapbook more of these pictures from this trip. But basically, just to kind of give you guys an idea, my boyfriend and I had been to the Grand Canyon before. We went, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, I can't remember. We went to Vegas, so we did go to the Grand Canyon, and we went to the South Rim, which is supposed to be the nicer side. The West Rim is not supposed to be as nice. So we had planned to go to the South Rim. So we actually booked a hotel right by the South Rim, and we drove there from Vegas. Now, that was our plan. Now, we did stop here on our drive. We did stop at the West Rim. We weren't going to, but we said, let's just stop. We're passing by, so we'll just stop at the West Rim. So we did. And I'm so glad that we did, because we stopped at the West Rim and we decided to do the bus tour to go see the Grand Canyon on the west end. And if we hadn't done that, we wouldn't have seen, well, we had seen the Grand Canyon, but our family wouldn't have seen the Grand Canyon. Because the next day when we woke up, we had stayed at the hotel near the Grand Canyon entrance, the Grand Canyon National Park entrance. We stayed at the hotel. When we woke up the next morning, well, when we got there at night, it was snowing. But when we woke up the next morning, everything was covered in snow. And the Grand Canyon was snowing so much that we actually went to where my boyfriend and I had gone before, to the area where we went, which is Mather Point, and you couldn't see 5 feet in front of you. It was just snowing, and it was really, really bad weather. So thankfully we went on this day, the day before, and we actually our family actually got to see the Grand Canyon. So yeah. So that worked out, thankfully. So then basically I'm just layering everything on this page. I know I wanted to use that remember, so I'm just using my tiny attacher to attach it. And then I'm just picking pieces from the chipboard stack. I take that globe because I know one of my goals is to travel. I want to see the world. That's definitely one of my main goals in life, is to travel. And as much as I can, take my boys with me and my mom, then that's my plan. So I am just embellishing with some of these plus signs. Some of the plus signs I'm going to take from the chipboard pack, which are those right there. And then some of the plus signs I'm going to take from that little stickers pack from the collection. And I'm going to write out goals with these stickers as well. When I saw these stickers, I didn't think I was really going to like them all that much. I got them, but I didn't think I was going to really love them. But I do. I guess it's just Maggie Holmes has a way of getting us to love everything. And then I take some of these. These are the foam, like words and phrases and things. So I'm taking and I'm taking some of the little plus signs. So yeah, so basically this is more or less how it ends up. I'm gonna take some of this paper. This is also from the Maggie Holmes Shine collection, and this paper we used in our last episode. And I'm just gonna cut some little pieces and I'm gonna place them on the side. So you'll see me do that in just a minute. I'm just gonna trim this down so I can do that. Now make sure you guys go and check out Christy's video as soon as you're done watching mine, because I'm sure her video is going to be fabulous. I can't wait to see her layout. We keep our layouts a secret from each other, or a surprise I should say, not a secret, but we keep our layouts a surprise from each other until the day that we post them. So it's always exciting for us to see each other's layouts, because we always, we don't know what to expect. Even though it's the same papers, it's crazy how different our layouts always are, because obviously we have different ideas. We'll see this week because we have an inspiration piece, but last week or last episode we followed a sketch and our layouts were so different. And they were both great, but they were so different. So it's really cool to see how our layouts differ, even though we're using the same, basically the same products. So it's really cool. So I added those, and then I'm gonna write out life in the bottom, just because, in life. And then I also write out, which I don't think I do it on camera, I think you'll see me when I come back. I take little tiny Kaiser Craft tiny letter stickers, and I write out it says remember the goal is 4, and then I write out 4 between goals in 2016. So I do that off camera. So at this point I'm happy with my embellishing. I don't think it needs any more. I think it's busy enough. So I'm just taking some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in gold, and then I made a big old mess with my Color Shine. Thankfully that huge blob did not go on my layout. So I actually said, you know what, I'm going to take that color shine, and I'm going to sprinkle it with a brush because it always gives me some really small sprinkles. And then I just wiped off the rest. But yeah, thankfully that big old mess did not happen on my layout because that would not have been cool. So I'm just dabbing the gold color shine so that I can add some black color shine. Same thing, Heidi Swapp black color shine is what I'm going to add, just to add some more fun and interest. And then that is it. And I just ruffle up the edges of those papers a bit, and that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Please make sure you go check out Christy's video. A link to her video is going to be in the description box below. Thank you again for stopping by, and we'll see you guys very soon with another video. Stay tuned because I do have some videos coming up on my channel this week. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.